Now look,
Hashtag
right. You guys want to see it again? Look. There we go.
There we go. There we
There's
go.
the button on the top there. The button. Hey, no.
You know what I should do is I should throw together like a Christmas stockings version of that. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Put a little lace around it.
There you go. We can use that because it's not too late. We have one more stream before we go into the holidays, right?
We do. We have one more Christmas version, which I believe is next week. Is going to be on Mandy's channel.
Okay.
We had a little swapping to do tonight.
Yeah,
that's okay. Yeah. All right. So let's see who is in the chat. And first of all, let me go ahead and go through some of my spiel here. Any channel member of my channel who comes in and participates in any live streams will have a chance to win a copy of the Son of Kifu painting. And so I'm super excited about that. So any channel members coming in, your name will be put down for a chance to win a copy of that painting. So I am super excited about that. The drawing will be after New Year's. I'll set the date and let you guys know.
Ooh. Y'all gotta go up against me because I'm a channel member too. Suck it.
Yes. You're in the chat right here. You're woo.
I count. I'm here. I count.
Yes. And then as you guys start coming in, please hit that like button and let everybody know we are live. Yes.
Hell yeah. I just tweeted us back out. Hopefully everybody gets the memo. I know that it's difficult to swap everything around at last minute, guys. I know a lot of people are expecting it to be on Mandy's channel this week. We're sorry. We're really sorry, but we love you guys.
Yeah, shit happens, and we work together and we collaborate, and here we are. And we're still got the show going, and that's what matters is we still have it showing. So let's go round the horn here, and then Mary, tell us where we can find you and what's going on with your channel as we begin.
You can find me in the back alley with the crack whores. That tends to be. Sorry,
I did not expect that.
I got a habit to maintain, folks. Send in the super chat. You can find me over on my channel. Tonight, actually, I'm going to be tinkering around with the time of Wednesday Night Mayhem. Scoot that forward a little bit. We're going to be doing it at like 7:30 this evening, just to fiddle with the time a bit and see how that works out for everybody. And then, of course, for Wednesday Night Mayhem, and then over on Twitch, where you can catch me cursing at shit that pisses me off. So yeah, and as soon as I get my computer back. Hey, 991 tech support. It's been 2 fucking weeks. Where's my computer? I'll be doing a little bit more of the stuff over on Twitch. So that's been taking a bit of a back seat, which is frustrating. But yeah, catch me outside. How about that?
Yeah, catch me outside.
How about that?
And Miss Lovely Lorena, how are you doing? And let us know where we can find you.
Oh, I'm doing great now that my work day is finally over and I get to hang out with you amazing ladies and our completely awesome chat. You can, of course, find me on Twitter causing all kinds of mischief. They will have to kick me off of that platform. I'm not freaking leaving. Not leaving. They're going to have to perp mark me off. You can also find me on Instagram posting all kinds of pictures about stuff. And of course, you can find me on YouTube for various videos, live streams, stuff like that. So again, so glad you guys are here with us. We love doing this show. Hanging out with my ladies, making you guys laugh, making you guys think, making you guys laugh some more. Great.
I hear that. I hear that. And then we have Lug Nuts 6. Hello. And away we go. Hello. And then Tracy afternoon, ladies. And of course, Lorena's in the chat too. And thank you so much. And Dylan Campbell. Woo, it's the Babes. Yes. And then Darth Justice 1, my Lore Queen OG. Hello, I'm glad you are here with us. And then the Nice Gamer. Hi, Reina, OG, and Mary.
Hello there. Good to see you.
I'm gonna have to fight Southern Cecil. Apparently, it's my alley, biche. It's mine. Come at me, bro.
Come at me. Look at her. She's like gangsta today. Listen to that.
Trying to coach on her turf.
Right.
And then Keith Nation 2465 had the worst day at work ever. I'm so sorry. At least I made it to see the beautiful ladies of the BABEDOM MENACE. Yes.
Oh, good to see you, Heath.
Yes, I'm glad that you have your day is now looking up.
I'm throwing up the links for all the girls too, guys, because just because we're missing Eris and we're missing Mandy doesn't mean they're not an integral part of this.
Right.
We got Eris is off doing a wedding, and Mandy's got some personal stuff to deal with tonight. So, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't support those lovely ladies. So I'm still going to throw their links up in the chat, guys.
Yes, and Southern Cecil, here you go. Hello, hello. How are you doing? And then Lunatic, it's Lug Nuts, $5 super chat to the most beautiful diamond gems known as the BABEDOM MENACE. All are true heart lights of paradise. Wow.
Aww.
You're such a poet.
Right? That's every week too. Lug Nuts always shows up and shows out.
Guys, step it up now. Look at Lug Nuts showing up.
Don't think we don't notice that, Lug Nuts. Right. We do notice that every week, and it means the world to us to be, oh God. You know, maybe I should pop out a white cooler. like give myself a damn excuse at least.
Oh my goodness. And then Ram Bam's already saying Mary's already giggling. I see. Yes, she's always giggling. And that's what I love about her. I love her giggles.
It's my trademark.
There you go. And then Miss Martin Muses with her famous wave and a rose. Hello, lovely. And then everybody's chatting here. So we do have some great topics for you guys. Hence, you know, the holiday Mischeer. So it's going to go into holiday BS that people are posting and stuff. So very interesting. It's going to be very interesting. Orange Hat, thank you for stopping by, checking in while watching the little ones. Well, thank you so much. And then anybody else I missed, I am sorry. We're going to go ahead and start moving forward with the show. Punk Nova Trace, hi, Laura, Mary, and Lorena. Hashtag Team Fez 22.
Oh, right at it. I can't get a damn break. Apparently that crap was going on last night on the High Council too. I wasn't even there, and they were pulling that garbage. Matt's the best. I freaking love Matt. Every time I see Matt is around, my heart gets a little lighter. You know, like Matt's like the embodiment of Christmas spirit every day. He's just awesome.
Yes. And he says he misses you as well. Look at that. Oh, yeah. So, all right. So you guys ready to push on with these topics and laugh and rant and, you know, and talk shit back to them?
I am going to go get a wine cooler. Hold on.
All right. So we are going to go ahead and start with J.K. Rowling. So if we can get that posted up here. Or did she leave and she's the one that's putting that up?
I think she left.
All right. All right. All right. So let's look at the chat real quick. Like, I'm going to go get something to drink. I think everybody needs to go get something to drink for these topics we're going to talk about. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
God. I had like 3 little the hard peach lemonades. Have you tried those?
No.
Oh, they're so yummy. They are so yummy, but they've actually got, what is it? It's okay, so it's 5% alcohol. So it's like a solid, like this could be a beer, right? So, and I'm trying to actually like tone down the drinking a little bit. I've really only been doing it on Saturdays for like the past month. And so okay. I think I can have a wine cooler today. It'll be all right.
Yeah. Wine cooler. And what flavor is it? What flavor is your wine cooler again?
Peach lemonade.
Ooh, that's different.
Everybody likes peaches.
Me a little more than some.
All right. And we do have a find of a little peach right here with a handprint as the little button on the top there. There we go. So do I. All right. So let's get into the article here. The one that J.K. Rowling retweeted.
Do you want the here? Let me pull up the tweet for
please.
you, my dear.
All right. See, I saw that who was it? So the other day, tell me why I can't remember her damn name. She's pregnant. I freaking love her. She's an icon of mine. I think she's with the Blaze now. She used to be called Roaming Millennial, and I can't remember her name. I know her name.
I know her face, but I can't recall her name.
Hold on. I'm just gonna type in Roaming Millennial.
Yeah.
And hopefully it'll come up. But like, damn it. I know her name too. I'm so mad at myself. Right? She tweeted this out the other day and I retweeted her. I guarantee you it's on my profile. I retweeted her because Lauren Chin, fuck me running, Jesus. Lauren Chin retweeted her, right? And I was so on board with it because she was like, J.K. Rowling is strong, empowered, and standing up for women's right, and the woke hater for it. There's a lot of shit that you can disagree with J.K. Rowling about. Absolutely. She's a little too woke for my taste. That being said, she's not crazy. Like, I don't think she's actually batshit crazy like a lot of these people are. And she is willing to acknowledge reality, at least, right?
Yeah.
So I'm good with it. I love it. Lauren, thank you, Trace. Trace always knows.
Yes, he's always here to help out and stuff. He's awesome guy here. And he says, moving to the country, gonna eat me a lot of peaches.
I know some peaches.
Well,
I can help you find them peaches, man. I'm just saying, I'm the best wingman ever.
All right, so we have this right here, J.K. Rowling. She's responding to this article that we'll share her too in a few about what is it, a rapist?
So
I said the R word, but yeah,
they'll kick our butts for this here in a little bit.
Yes.
But essentially, she's calling out that up is down, black is white, left is right, crazy land is crazy. We live in bizarro world, right? We live in clown world. And that the penis individual who raped you is a woman. And we're supposed to live by that. Unfortunately, the article was behind a paywall, so I had to do like a thing. I had to do a thing. And now I gotta call the UK and cancel it because I'm not giving them $10.
The things that you do for BABEDOM MENACE, right?
Sometimes we do
channel and stuff. Oh my goodness.
At least we have it now for it. So
I'm so curious.
Yeah, the absurdity of police logging rapists as women. Do you want to read it or do you want me to read it?
You go ahead since you have it on your side there. It's easier.
So police have been criticized for saying they will record rapes by offenders with male genitalia as being committed by a woman if the attacker identifies as a female. Police of Scotland said that they would log rapes as being carried out by a woman if the accused person insists, even if they have not legally changed gender. The move, reported by the Scottish Sun on Sunday, comes ahead of proposed new laws to make it easier for people to self-identify as whichever sex they want, which are opposed by some feminist groups. The Scottish government wants to remove medical checks for those seeking a gender recognition certificate and shorten the time people have to live as their new gender before it is legally recognized. In correspondence seen by the newspaper, Kenny McCaskill, the former Scottish Justice Secretary, asked Police Scotland how it would deal with recording rapes after the new law takes effect. Gary Ritchie, Assistant Chief Constable, set out scenarios where a rapist could be recorded as a woman. They included where a person born male obtains a full gender recognition certificate and then commits rape, and where a person born male who identifies as a female and does not have a full GRC commits rape. The sexual offenses defined rape as non-consensual penetration with a penis, so it cannot be committed by someone without male genitalia, which is bad in and of itself.
Okay, so that's how they're going to define being raped.
This has already gone down multiple times in jail. I think there were 2 cited situations. I think it might get to that down here. Where it talks about there were a couple of instances where they were placed in female prisons because of the way that they identified and then proceeded to attack multiple women. And so this is happening. This is already happening in these jails.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Let's see, where is it? Accurately record the sex charge raped. Lisa McKenzie, a member of the group, warned for such offenses, it will only take a few misclassified cases to skew the statistics. Where is it? Was it this one? I think it may have been a different one that I read. Will be based on how they present or how they self-declare, which is consistent with the self-organization. Requires no evidence or certification as proof of biological sex or gender other than a person's self-declaration, unless it is pertinent to any investigation with which they are linked. So
that's convenient.
Literally, if you are a rapist who wants to continue raping, it behooves you to self-identify as a female. You can get stuck in with your prey. You can literally get stuck in with your prey. All you have to do is say, I'm a woman. Yeah, I know I have a penis, but I'm a woman.
Yeah, so I didn't technically rape him because I'm a woman. And this is UK, right? Yes. We always know UK, the US follows the UK. They always are in tandem with each other, with no matter what. So what's going on over there, either happened here over here already, or it's going to follow, or whatever. And the thing is like, this goes against, the women's rights and the victim's rights to have a fair trial. And so now people can go and say, oh, I'm really a woman, and then.
And okay, so literally J.K. Rowling was only calling out what any normal yes, it's happening in California. I know that it happened a couple of times in Canada as well. So all that J.K. Rowling is doing is calling out what any person who is not living in bizarro land would say, which is that you are putting males in with females. You are putting the wolf in with the sheep in order to absolutely slaughter the sheep. That's what you are doing, right? We are calling a spade a spade. That's all she's doing here. And unfortunately, it's gotten to this really, really weird place in society where you cannot say that the emperor has no clothes on. You can't do it, or you're a bigot. Right. And it's gotten really freaking weird when it takes actual bravery for J.K. Rowling, who, by the way, and this is something that I don't know if you guys are caught up on this. I'm a huge Potterhead, huge Harry Potter geek. I love the content. They've removed her from her own special.
I saw that, and that's why I'm no longer interested. Because how are you going to separate the creator from the creation of that?
Right.
It seems really ungrateful to me that Emma Watson and Rupert Grint and Daniel Radcliffe can go and do this entire get together when there's no job. They have no infamy. Look, I'm sorry, Emma Watson. She retired recently, right? She's made so much freaking money, and she made that money from Harry Potter. She made that money from a stint on a few movies, and she's made her money, and she's retired, right? And so, but she's nothing. Emma Watson isn't particularly talented. They had to freaking auto-tune her when she played Belle, right? She's not a particularly talented actress, and none of that would exist for her. Trust me, she would not get hired on those merits alone if she'd been picked today, right? If she hadn't played Hermione, if she weren't Hermione, there would be nothing for Emma Watson in this part of her life, right? She's not, honestly, I don't know why everybody thinks she's that hot. She's super skinny.
I don't, if it wasn't for Harry Potter, I wouldn't even know who she was.
No one would. Absolutely no one would. So it's now gotten to this place where people who owe everything to her, right? Who owe absolutely everything to J.K. Rowling. There's absolutely no basis for any of this shit without J.K. Rowling, have cast her to the side, have called her the leper of the community. You are a plague. We cannot be associated with you, even though you are the very reason for our fame, right? They've cast her aside because she had the integrity to call a spade a spade. Because she has the ability to stand up and go, fuck you guys. You can't hurt me. I don't care what you think of me. I've made my stand on reality. The reality is that these are not women, these are men. These are men, and it is hurting women. Like,
well, this is similar to the case where, and I think maybe you guys have seen it, where a high schooler went in and raped or
a girl in the bathroom. Yep, I saw that.
And it's basically the same damn thing. When the school tried to hide that, and then they banned the father from going to the board meeting about
They're
it.
trying to act like it's not happening.
Right.
And the father lost his shit because his daughter got raped in a bathroom by a boy. And we're not allowed to call him a boy.
Right. Because he doesn't, see himself as that. He doesn't identify as that.
It doesn't matter. He still raped a female. He raped a girl with his penis.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. Look, and I think that's where people have gotten this really confused, because it's not transphobic to say, okay, so this guy raped this girl, and I say that because he has a penis. I don't care how you live your life. I don't care. Like, I have nothing but love for people as a general rule, right? And I don't mean trans people. I don't mean gay people. I don't mean people of color. I just mean people, right? I just see people. Fuck me running. I have to say that shit, right? I have nothing but love for people, regardless of who you are or how you live your life or what cultural differences you may have from me. I don't give a fuck, right? None of that matters to me. If you're a nice person, I will try to be a nice person to you. If you are decent to people, I will try to be decent to you. Whether or not you have a dick and you're wearing a skirt, I could not care less. I don't give a fuck. I really don't, because you're not hurting anybody, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you want to go into the girl's bathroom, try to look like a girl. That's all I ask, right? Mm-hmm. Like don't make the people who are in there concerned that you're going to whip your dick out. I think that's reasonable. What do you mean?
What do you mean, you mean?
Right.
Like, maybe I'll whip your dick out in the girl's bathroom and we won't have a problem, right? The problem is that this has now become so bizarre land that we can't say the emperor has no clothes. We can't say that's a guy.
Mm-hmm.
We're not allowed to call it a man, even though he's raping women with his penis. We're not allowed to do that.
Can I just ask, when did not hurting someone's feelings about what they identify with supersede someone else's personal safety or someone else's privacy?
The minute that it got put on the same level, Lorena, the minute that they deemed people's feelings to be equivalent to people's safety. Because as far as they are concerned, one is on the same level as the other now. Now, if your fifis get hurt, if someone goes and makes you feel bad internally, they have done you violence. They have done you damage. Those things are now being equated as though they are an equivalent. And that's so bizarre to me in a world where like, equity is a thing, where equity is being pushed as now being the standard instead of equality. Equity is now being pushed as the standard, but feelings are like. Does anybody else see how insane that is?
Well, that goes. It's like, okay, so now if you tell your child sticks and stones may break your bones, but words will never hurt. Now that's going to be hate right there, because you're telling them, hey, so what someone says to you is not really it's as damaging as it is if, you were to get physically hurt. Now they're saying words also cause hurt. They're going into the mental part of people and they're teaching their kids, not to, to learn how to, cope with words and, and all that stuff. And now they're making them as a victim by saying it's going to hurt you. You don't have the mental strength to look at it past that. Like, those words are just them projecting, right? So they're creating like victims for the future generations. And pretty soon, like, we aren't going to be able to say even compliments anymore, because it's going to be assumption.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. It's really bizarre. I do feel. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead and get the super chat.
Yeah. And then, so Trace XL, $5. Thank you so much, darling. Let's keep this simple. If you sexually force yourself on someone, you've raped them. Gender is irrelevant, and the charge carries the exact same weight. That's the thing we're trying to say here too, is that yes, no matter what, it's sexual assault, it's it's rape, or it's molestation, or whatever, you were still sexually violated to an extent. It doesn't matter the gender. It's the intent, and your body, you getting violated without I wouldn't say violation, violated, you didn't consent in it, whatever you want to, say about that. And so now it's making, like I said, it makes victims of this harder to come forward to report it.
See, I want to acknowledge this thing by Generation Productions in the chat. No one here is saying that women can't rape other women. No one is saying that isn't a thing. But that's not the point of this discussion here, right? The difference is a man can overpower a woman in a heartbeat, all right? And for us to stop acknowledging that that's the thing. We're not calling every man a rapist. I'm not saying all men are evil or terrible. But there needs to be special care taken in situations where a guy who is going to jail for rape shouldn't be able to identify as a woman so he can go to jail with women so he can continue raping them. That's the point of this discussion. We're talking about a man here who is physically capable of way overpowering any woman he gets into a room with. That's just the way it is. I'm sorry, I didn't make the biology here, folks. That's just the reality of the situation. And I'm not so afraid of it that I won't call it what it is.
Yeah.
I don't need to be put on the same pedestal as a man and sit here and pretend like I can contend with them. I can't. Right. I'm not physically capable of walking into a room with a man and handling him. I can't. I'm not physically capable of it. That's all there is to it. Now, I might be able to beat a woman's ass. In fact, I have beaten a few women's asses.
Who hasn't between us, right? Who hasn't? All of us, So we probably had our own share of fights.
But realistically, I know better than to step to a man, because a man will whoop my ass, and that will be that. That will be that. Period.
Right.
Derry.
Hello, Darathon, for a $5-10 super chat. Thank you. Arf, arf, arf. Hello, ladies. How are you doing?
I've missed you over on Twitch, Derry. I've missed you, man. You're such a sweetie, and he's such a wonderful. He's such a wonderful and funny member of this community. Derry's got jokes for days, yells.
Yeah, yeah. And we have people popping in still too. So, we have people saying hello to each other and everything. So go ahead and carry on with your what you were going to say.
I love how Derry's like, Pixar, it didn't happen, Mary. I'm going to be honest with you. While I was whooping her ass, I didn't stop to set up a camera.
You're like, hold that for a minute. Just stay laying on the ground. Let me grab my camera so I could show that I'm kicking your ass.
You know how Peter Parker sets up the cameras when he's Spider-Man to snap photos of himself whooping lizards' ass?
Yes.
And that woman, you're like, wish I'd thought of that.
Oh my God.
I wish I'd gotten the pick of me curb stomping that hoe bag. Darn it. Sorry. Next time, guys.
Like it didn't happen. Like, there's no pictures. It did not happen. They put us, they want to see, they just want to see us fight. That's all. They just want to see us in action, because they'd like to see women fight.
See, here's my thing. Generation Productions keeps saying some really unsettling stuff in the chat. Okay, fair enough. But if the women knew that the guy was a rapist, would not all the women gang up on the guy and beat the living crap out of him? That's not the point. Even let's assume that we're even a possibility, right? And it wouldn't get the women in trouble, in jail for defending themselves. They should never be put in that situation in the first place. No woman should be forced into a situation where she has to beat off a man just to protect herself. That should never happen. And these what if scenarios that you keep throwing out are really unsettling, that I have to sit here and come up with ways for women to protect themselves from a male rapist in prison is absurd. The situation should never happen in the first place. It just shouldn't. No woman should be put into that situation to begin with. And any level of validation of that feels really uncomfortable and sort of icky to me. Like, why are we trying to justify him being stuck in there with a bunch of women? Like, does that not make you feel like a little uncomfortable and gross and sort of unnerved, like that you would sit there and justify that situation in any capacity feels really bizarre to me. And I don't feel like I should have to take on these what if scenarios from a woman being raped in prison by a man. You know what I mean?
In any, like most scenarios, when someone corners someone and is going to, grape them or whatever, it's usually that they're just one-on-one. There's no one around, because that's when they can overpower the person. That's when they can corner them. And that's when they can violate them and stuff, because then you don't have anybody there to pull you off of your victim. Right. I would imagine that if a rape, someone like that was that stupid to commit such a crime in front of her friends, that these group of friends, I would have to say, would go over there and beat the shit out of him, right?
Sure,
so they
eventually
are predators. They are lone predators, basically. Even if they're in jail and prison with other people, they are lone predators. They know how to get you alone to violate you.
By the time you're in that situation, it's probably too late.
Right.
I mean, I get that you're asking questions. I'm just not sure I understand to what end Generation Productions. I'm not sure to what end that would be.
Poor Solasad. What did I walk in on?
It was starting to sound like Orange is the New Black there for a little bit.
I haven't seen that show in a while.
Oh man, I freaking love it. This talk just kind of reminds me of when I would watch episodes of this show called Jail. I don't know if you guys remember it, but one of the shows called Jail, and they actually had a perp come in who was transgender. And they were just like, we're trying to figure out where exactly, that we want to put you. And they wound up actually isolating him in, because this was in Vegas, so they were used to seeing this. So they were like, we don't want to put this transgender female in with the with the biological female population, because they're like, we don't want to do that. We don't want to put him in with the male population because that may not be safe for them.
Right.
So they decided to put them kind of like in a middle ground holding area, because they had the reality of in mind what could happen. You'd either have a predator situation or a victim situation going the other way. They're very cognizant of that. But I guess now that will be called out as being, how would they call it? Being like not understanding or transphobic or anything like that.
I think that there's no very appropriate place to put them when it comes to the general populace, right? It's inappropriate to place them with females, and it's inappropriate to place them with males. So I think that and because it's been such a small section of the population at large, it's I mean, it might have gone up if you now include these freaking like non-binary bullshit people, which I don't think should count, but fine. I think that it's reasonable to set aside a section of jail, right, or prison for these people, because it is inappropriate to house them with women and to house them with men. They don't belong in those sections. So I think that it's probably gotten to a place where perhaps we should either build a special place. And look, that's just all there is to it, right? That's just all there is to it. I'm not saying that I want them to be isolated. I mean, you committed something to get your ass thrown in jail. Yeah, I kind of want you isolated, but I don't want you in danger necessarily.
Right.
I don't want you in danger. It's not safe for you to be with these people, and it's not safe for you to be with these people. So why the hell are we putting them in with any particular? Let's acknowledge that they're different. Let's acknowledge, and I don't think that's unreasonable. Acknowledge they're different,
right?
And that the only reasonable place to put them is in their own spot, right? We acknowledge that with women, that women don't belong in with men,
right?
Why can't we do that with transgender people? Why is that not an option?
Right.
I just don't get it.
And it protects them from, and it protects them too, because then it protects them from people who might be biased against them in prison and stuff. And, so it does more good than harm. And then, but mind you, people who are rapists and violate, no matter like the age of the person from adult down to child, usually there's people in prison or jail that don't care for those type of people either. So That's the experience that I've seen, like with people I've known around, like had like violated and stuff. Some family members of mine and stuff. There's people in jail that don't like those kind of people. So yeah. So
I just don't understand
all
why.
right. Let's see.
I get that they want to be identified as a certain gender, but sweetie, as much as I'm perfectly fine with you trying to fit into society in the best way possible, there are some points where we have to actually look at this critically and say, okay, so this doesn't work here reasonably, right? And this doesn't work here reasonably, and some concessions need to be made. And your fees aren't my first priority when it comes to figuring out where to put you in terms of jail, because you've committed a crime. Your fees go on a back burner for me right now, sugar. Sorry, that's all there is to that. So, I don't know why we're making those kinds of accommodations.
Oh, just this crazy shit that's being weaved these days. I just don't understand it. I feel like we're in Twilight Zone. I've been saying this for a whole friggin' 2 years now. I feel like we're in the friggin' Twilight Zone. And it's like, I want off this ride.
I don't want to live on this fucking
I do. I want off this ride.
I'm fully convinced that we probably ought to like maybe craft some sort of extra planet, stick it in the solar system somewhere, like maybe not super far off of the Earth rotation, nuke it so it's got some nice heat to start us, and then get going, man. I don't want to live here anymore. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. Hi, Lena. What's up, man? I miss your face.
Yes.
Yeah, Lena.
Whoops. There we go. Yeah. So we have people coming in still. And let's go ahead and just move on to something that's still kind of.
Oh, shoot.
So you guys all know Grandpa got ran over by a reindeer. Well, the groceries got ran over by Instacart, delivering them to your house for Christmas Eve.
All I wanted was a tuna, all right. Then this bitch ran over my Canada Dry.
So there you go. So check that. So I haven't, fully went through this whole article. I read it and stuff, but this image right here, it's like they ran that shit over. They were so proud of themselves. So they got out and took a picture.
And they left a note in the wreath. Did you see that?
What?
Yes, they did.
A note in their wreath talking about how dare they have their police support flag out front. They were for groceries.
You know what? I hope that elderly couple stop payment on their groceries for this crap.
I've never heard of the Instacart delivery service before.
I have.
They're
basically they're like a personal shopper. They basically go to the supermarket, they pick out the groceries that you order online, just, like a shopping cart. They go, they pick it out for you, they come, they deliver it, to your house. And, you can tip them after the delivery and, and rate them and all of that. So I sincerely hope this couple said, I'm stopping freaking payment on this crap. Oh, better yet, call customer service and not leave this chick a tip.
Oh, no.
Right.
Oh, no.
Yeah, if you're going to run it over, I mean, at least deliver my freaking groceries. I don't care if you put a nasty note in my Christmas wreath, but shoot, I want my mangoes and whatever the heck it is ordered from the supermarket.
I feel so bad for this little old couple. This boils down to nothing more than a difference of ideology. People have now come to the place where they believe that they are meant to do you harm if they disagree with you ideologically, right? Like this is why we can't get along, okay? I don't actually care if you're a liberal. I don't actually care if you are like a fourth wave feminist, blah, 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 blah. You are totally entitled to those opinions, which I, by the way, don't agree with. Right? I really don't agree with that shit. That being said, I don't care. You're entitled to those opinions. You know what I'm not going to do? Run your shit over. That is the pettiest shit I have ever seen in my life. But the reason we can't get along is not because we don't agree. It's because we don't agree and you think that you have to do harm to people you don't agree with. This is nuts. That's coffee creamer? Bitch, you fucked with my coffee.
I see I was gonna say that. And it looks like it's like the chocolate coffee thing, like the good stuff right there. Look at that, like a chocolate caramel and whatnot.
Bet you it's Bailey's too.
Bitch, fuck with my coffee.
Right. And it's elderly too, people. You know that coffee is life for elderly people. I forgive me 2 or 3 pots of coffee for my grandma growing up. That was her lifeblood right there.
Tara Olivia Plum is this person's name. I'm not encouraging you to go find them or whatever. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying you should know that when you pull some shit like this, that your name is attached to it, that people know who their driver is, right?
Right.
And this bitch is good with it. Oh my god!
So this, so the elderly couple said their Instacart delivery basically ran over their groceries with their car, and then allegedly left them a derogatory note because of a pro-police display in their front yard. Mind you, pro-police, who the hell? So this Instacart person, God forbid, something happens to them when they're doing a delivery and they get robbed. Who are they going to call? Right? Who are they going to call?
Defund the police, yo! Defund them!
You are on your own, Instacart driver, then, because you don't believe in, having police there to help you out and stuff when you have emergencies. So don't call them, because look at what you do here.
I swear, sir, I only carry $20 in cash on tips. Nope, that does not matter to a criminal. But you ran that poor little old lady's groceries over. And look, they're going to get their shit replaced, right? Realistically, they're going to get their shit replaced. They're going to put it in order. I paid for this. I expect it to be, but you're going to lose your job, right? You're going to lose your job.
Yeah, I hope.
For that?
Bare minimum, I think you're at least going to get put on some kind of probation, right? Instacart doesn't pay employees. Wait, what? Instacart doesn't pay employees? Then why the fuck are you working for them?
You know what? They do get paid. Shoot. Because when the Wu-Tang flu popped off for a while, I thought I was going to actually, work for Instacart. Yeah. And they talk about how much you get. You get paid. You probably just don't get paid enough. But
why the fuck would you do that job then? Is my question. Why would you do a job you are not getting paid for? If there's not an exchange of some kind of monetary gain for your services, then you're stupid. Don't do it. If you're not pleased with the transaction taking place, remove yourself from the situation, right? I mean, one thing if you were being promised payment and you hadn't got it, but this is a financial arrangement that you entered into, right? If you went into this situation and you thought you were going to get paid and you thought you were going to be getting something and they didn't hold up their end of the bargain, take their ass to court. Take their ass to court. Fucking sue them. It's America. You can do that. You can sue anybody for anything in America.
Right. And what's crazy is not only they said that, Instacart doesn't pay employees, which I find bullshit. They're all sorry. Find another slave racist. They had to throw that shit in there. According to the NBC affiliate Care of Minneapolis. It also contained the words police pigs, the news station reported.
Wow.
They're racist. They're slave racist, which slaves are not even a thing in the United States anymore. Nothing whatsoever.
You know what? I'm so sick and Lord, I mean to cut you off. I'm so sick and tired of these people throwing the term racist out there without any proof, just to freaking do it.
Right.
It's disgusting. You have no idea what true racism is, or you just want to throw that out there on these people.
This person's taking tips from Jussie Smollett.
Yep. Oh, you mean Juicy Smollett, the French actor? You got to get his French name right. Juicy Smollett.
Juicy Smollett. Well, I hope he felt juicy to those people that he paid to beat him up and stuff. Because this shit, like these people earned a lot of money for that crap, I know we're going off topic and everything, but still it's so fucking stupid.
I saw a really funny tweet the other day that was like Juicy Smollett had to go find some black people in order to get some racism committed against him. He couldn't even find some white guys to do it. He had to get some black people. Oh my God, Eris, we miss you.
Yes.
Oh, look at
But
this.
you gotta. Oh, there's Eris. Oh my God.
Yes, I know. I love her expressions. Like when she doesn't say anything, her face says it all. Sometimes when you're watching her on stream,
we miss you, girl.
Yes. Oh my gosh. So and then Smollier did beat himself up over the court verdict.
Oh shoot. Well, he is the only American to scam a Nigerian.
Right. Nigerians over, they are friggin' beasts. They get in here, they live the American dream, they build their jobs, they get successful, all of that. I have never seen any Nigerians go under until then. Oh my
God.
God.
Send them $3,000 and they're gonna send you back $4 million.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So police said Plum was reacting to a sign the couple has in their yard and reads, "Thank you, Blaine PD," with the letter O replaced with their heart filled with the blue line flag. The thin blue line flag, of course, is basically, the support of law enforcement and stuff. And we see that.
God forbid. God fucking forbid. It turns out some people want the police to show up when they call them.
Yeah, you think?
Some people actually want, when someone's breaking into their home or, I don't know, running their shit over, they want the cops to show up. They would prefer for their taxes to go to a legitimate service. And look, I tend to try not to bring my politics into this shit because most people don't agree with me. I'm a freaking libertarian, and I believe that taxation is theft personally. And there's not a whole lot of services that I think that we as citizens should be paying for. Police is one of them. Police and military. That's it. Like an infrastructure, and infrastructure, I think is taken way out of proportion in a lot of cases. So like for me, I think police is one of those rare instances where I am 100% on board with paying taxes to cover the police coming to my door to shoot the guy who's trying to rob me or rape me or do whatever it is that criminals do when they come to your doors, right? That's one of those situations where, hell yeah, I will absolutely put a little flag out there to let the police know that I appreciate them, because I'm not scared of the police. I'm not worried about them. They don't concern me, because it turns out I'm not doing anything wrong. And I generally know how to act with a certain level of respect around a guy with, a fucking gun. And so I'm not too concerned about it. Maybe don't piss off the guy with a gun. And if he is unreasonable, I'll wait till court and I'll go in front of a judge and I'll plead my case then, right? Like that's how you deal with police. Keep your shit together. Be reasonable. There are some bad eggs. There's no question about that. Absolutely. That's in any job. Right? That's absolutely in any job. Right. There are some people that just shouldn't do certain things, right? So keep your head about you. And it turns out that overall, the police are an overwhelmingly good thing. And I would actually rather have them on my side. Turns out.
Yeah.
Turns out. Yeah. God forbid.
And then Trace XL says, well, the Nigerian guys were told they'd be helping the gay Tupac.
That's what I heard.
No, he didn't.
Yeah. Himself that
you piece of shit. How dare you invoke his name? Fuck that.
Oh, Lord. I'm surprised the spirit of Tupac didn't come back to bitch slapping for that statement.
In front of everybody.
Right. And then Justice Stopper. Thank you for the $5 super chat. I can't even talk now because I'm laughing and whatever. My 25 days of torture was mostly comprised of Santa Inc. binge watch. My Bob, the poor snowman in the snow globe, was the real victim. Hashtag justice for Snowy.
Yes, Snowy did nothing wrong.
He was. We liked him. okay, so Laura, you missed it, but when we did our binge watch of Santa Inc. or whatever, that was the one damn thing that we actually liked was that
with the snowman.
That poor snowman.
I'm still not gonna watch it for the snowman. No way. No.
No, he was so cute and sweet, and you were like, oh, and he was like, you'd try to get out of the damn glove. Let me out of here.
And they caught him. He wasn't even free for 5 seconds.
He was just trying to sit down and eat a damn meal.
So that would probably be the most Christmassy thing in that, right? Is that snow?
It was adorable. Well, that I took one other thing from that show that I did feel I wanted to absolutely like bear with me for the rest of my. And it's horny for friendship. I am very horny for friendship.
Remember that? Wow. Did she say that for real?
I was like, that's going in my bio on Twitter.
I'm very horny for friendship. So friends with
so horny for friendship, guys. It's like you don't even know, man. I'm just dripping.
Oh, poor Andrew. He's like, here we go again. He truly loves you.
Oh, babe. No, is he in the chat? I hope he's not. I always feel bad for him when he has to sit there and listen to me say some stupid ass shit like that.
All right. So we'll move on with this and then we'll get on to the next one. So supporting law enforcement doesn't make you a racist, and it absolutely doesn't give anyone the right to destroy your things or shatter your sense of safety, Gray wrote. So this is in regards to the couple there. And also they say that, the relatives of the couples, they did a GoFundMe post for the couple as well, their family.
Oh, great.
Yeah. So that's what I don't get is why the fuck did you run their shit over, right? Like that shit's coming out of whatever paycheck you were going to get, right? Because the company's not going to take that cost. I mean, like they might, but they'll fire you over it, right? You're not getting a tip. Was it worth it? And if it was, okay, fine, cool, whatever. Yeah. Then I guess that's just how that is. And that's a call you made. And I'm not saying I've never made that judgment call before. Like, fuck this shit, I'm out. I've done that. I've absolutely done that. I've done that. Okay. So I can remember one time specifically where I've been like, fuck this shit. It was a video store. Do you remember Video Vault? Do you remember that store? I don't know if they have it on the West Coast. It was a movie rental place back in the day. I was like, I don't know, 18, 19 years old when I was working there. Back when I had like 3 jobs and I was invincible. I was just like legitimately like, it was New Year's Eve. I was stuck in this place. Once again, I wasn't supposed to be there all night. Somebody had freaking, it was one of the upper people too, who hadn't bothered to show up. I was fucking sick and tired of it. Always picking up where other people had not bothered to pull. And I was like, I fucking quit. I'm not doing this shit. I called my manager and I was like, I'm quitting. I'm leaving in 30 minutes, one way or another. You can either be here to handle this shit. Ah, you're my best friend. You can either be here to handle this shit or don't. I don't care, right? Like, I'm walking out of here. This is the most notice you're getting, right? I get that. So totally. But even when I did that, I was like, this is your 30-minute notice. This is enough time for somebody to fucking get here, right? Like, if I'm going to quit and I'm going to leave, I'm not going to be an indecent person about it. What the fuck? You ran over a perfect stranger's groceries because of an ideological difference. Like, if you have a grievance with the company, I totally get that. You shouldn't have a grievance with these people. You don't even fucking know these people. You don't even fucking know these people. That's
exactly. So yeah. And then so basically the Mr. Plum 36 of Coon Rapids was cited for criminal damage to property. Police said the incident did not classify as a hate crime. I would say it was basically a hate crime. He hated the fact that these people supported something and destroyed damage. They said the facts in this case did not meet the elements required for the enhancement to the hate crime. So I have to kind of disagree, but I don't know exactly what like the law in Minnesota is to require what the requirements for a hate crime. is it like it has to deal with race or whatever? Probably.
I don't know. Give me 1 second. I got somebody beating on my door. Hold on.
Okay, pizza. And then it says Instacart company spokesperson told NBC News in the statement Wednesday that they are appalled by what happened and Plum has been removed as a driver. Good for them.
Oh,
good for them.
That's the least they could do.
Yeah, like working, no matter what you work in, usually the mentality, usually the respectful commentary is that customers are usually right? Unless something happens, and then unless there's other circumstances, but customers are usually right, and you try to treat the customer, the client, or whoever with the utmost respect because they're paying you to do their service. And this is what this is. They didn't pay. This old couple didn't pay Plum to deliver, then unload their groceries and run them over. That wasn't part of the agreement, And so they go on to say, we've been in direct contact with the customers to refund their order and provide additional resources. Oh, that's good. We'll continue to provide support to the impacted customers, and we'll also work directly with local law enforcement on any investigations into the matter. I wonder if this person has done this before.
They could have. They could have. And in addition to that, the fact that the couple paid for the groceries, which became their property as soon as they paid for it, that's willful destruction of property right there.
Right. And that's what they got cited for, but not for they didn't cite them they didn't get in trouble for hate crime. They got, cited for, damage of property. Yeah.
I mean, it could have been, that this person has had complaints before. That could be possible. It could be that this person just not need to be freaking working for Instacart.
Yeah, and this is in Minnesota, so we already know the direction Minnesota's going.
Oh yeah, isn't that Ilhan Omar, the mothership location? That's how I like to call
the mothership that provides for her brothers, the brothership.
Yes. Oh, I like that one. We can call that from now on, the brothership.
Yeah, she's into the brothership.
Oh my God.
That's really embarrassing or whatever. But yeah, so this is, of course it's Minnesota. I kind of, I'm not in total surprise about this. And total surprise, I'm not in that either when it comes to how someone's...
Wait, this happened in Minnesota?
Yeah, yes, Minnesota.
Oh, good Lord. Oh, I didn't know they did that kind of stuff down there.
She comes back with her accent. Yeah,
I thought these were the normal good folks,
Blaine, Minnesota. Blaine,
Minnesota. Okay. Oh, gosh. It must be getting really weird down there then, huh? I was convinced these were the salt of the earth kind of folks. I didn't know they were turning into wackadoos too,
I'm waiting for Mary to say back in St. Olaf.
Oh, good Lord. It seems real unnecessary for these kind of people to get their panties on a twist like that, don't you know? I thought for sure, if anybody was going to run over these kind of groceries, it was going to be the needle folks down in San Diego. Is it San Diego? Or is it San Francisco? Yeah, down in San Francisco, with all the gays. But I guess not. It's taken over the country, hey.
And my stepmom lives in Minnesota, and then my daughter has a best friend who now lives there and stuff like that. And like even where I'm from, my family's from in South Dakota, the accents are very, very similar. Like, oh, ain't it? Don't you know what? How are you doing? Kind of deal. So.
I'm sorry. I just dragged shenanigans into this shit with no warning.
That's so okay. Sorry. That's brilliant because you came in and you're a bam. I'm like, oh, look at her. And then so Health Nation says, or Heath Nation, plot twist, Mary ordered her food through Instacart.
I actually got Domino's pizza and I got a free deep dish cheese pizza. No warning, just came in a black box, which is racist. And I don't know why they sent it.
And then so Trace is like dead here and now he's cracking up right here. And then, so they enjoyed that very much. But so, yeah, that's what's going on with that. You never, so be careful. I wouldn't say that one bad apple means that everybody who works in that kind of work is going to do this shit, you know. But the thing is here is like, who cares if you have difference of views or whatever when it comes to politics, it comes to who you support or what have you. That's not what you're being paid for, to judge or to even act upon. You're just being paid to deliver groceries, and leave it at that.
I think I've told you guys this story before, but I'm going to bring it up again because I got stuck in a really weird situation. Not last year, but the year before, where for about 4 months or so, I was living in a shared apartment with some girls that were just my roommates, right? Mm-hmm. And I won't say her name, but she was a total SJW. Like, she was a liberal arts major, and she had straight up, she wasn't actually transitioning. She was switching her name though, she wore binders. This is SJW. Okay. Like, there was she had blue hair at one point. Mm-hmm. I shit you not. And I was living with her. And okay. I tend to be a very forward person about stuff. We also had a couple of other roommates. And I was given the rundown when I moved in about how things were done, that there were some items that were like community items, right? So I was told like bread's a community item, milk's a community item, and we take turns replacing it. That was the introduction I had to the way the system was run in the house. So I worked off of that assumption and totally was like, okay, so this is how this works. Used probably about 4 slices of bread, right? Because that was what I'd been told. And then like a day or 2 later, I get this little hyper passive aggressive Post-it note on the fridge that was like, if you're going to use my bread, right? And I suddenly realized that things were not how I had been informed. Bread's not expensive, guys. Like, the type of bread it was like $1 for a loaf of that type of bread. But I was like, oh, okay. So I went to her, I'm sorry, they use they, them pronouns now. Okay. And I was like, hey, that was me. So I just want to let you know that was me. I apologize. I thought it was this way. So I'm going to replace your bread, and we won't have that issue again. And this person and I had no issues moving forward because we were very open. We spoke to each other. If there was an issue, we talked about it, right? Because I don't like passive aggressive, like tiptoeing around people, stepping on ice. That's just a recipe for insanity, right? I don't like it. I will talk to you like an adult. I will assume you're an adult, and I expect you to treat me the same way. This person and I never had another issue in the entire time that I lived there. Now, the one who lied to me, turns out that they were also an SJW, but they were the type that was like highly like communist. She couldn't hold down a job. She couldn't. I even took her to work. She quit her job. She felt like everyone owed her stuff. Right. She ruined my couch. And she was just a really genuinely terrible person who felt as though they were owed everything. We never got along because they were a genuinely dishonest person. But I did get along with the other SJW because we spoke to one another and we respected those differences, despite the fact that we didn't agree, right? And we respected each other's money and privacy and space. And that was all there was to that. We respected that, and it worked fine. That's the difference. That's when you can get along with someone, when you can respect that someone else is going to disagree with you, but you have to make it work in order to fucking make it work. And you respect those basic boundaries, you can get along. If you can't respect those boundaries, then you're not going to get along no matter what happens. Period. Right.
Yeah, you're not compatible because one person. Yeah, I get that. So Soul Assassin says, same happened to me when I drank the last soda and replaced it with a 212 pack. Got a note that said they didn't like that soda. So that's, it's like a give and take and stuff when you have roomies and stuff, right? Or even if you live in a house that has like, like a multi-dimensional house. Like when I grew up, my grandmother, she raised me. And so sometimes I'd have like a couple of my aunts with their kids living with us because of circumstances and stuff. And we functioned pretty well, but there's times of mishaps, like drinking someone's soda up by accident, thinking it was for the whole entire, house instead of whatever. You're going to have that. But when it comes to like people who are just roommates and not related to you, got to, establish those boundaries and, and establish that I guess you could say that, that flow and, in the house and stuff.
But it's that basic respect line, right? It's that if you can understand not to disrespect another person, regardless of whether or not you agree with them, right? Because there's just some things you're just not going to fucking talk about, right? But you respect their privacy, you respect their boundaries, and you respect their money. And what belongs to them. You respect what belongs to them. Don't run their fucking shit over, right? Just because you don't agree with their ideology. It turns out you don't have to talk about ideology. You can leave that off the table. You don't have to discuss that. That literally never has to come up unless you force it to. You can get along with anybody if you can be basic decency and respect.
Right.
Oh yeah, I saw this.
So now this is why I say Mischeer, holiday Mischeer. Celebrating Christmas is now deemed racist for this outrageous reason. So let's go ahead and check it out. So this is a beautiful scenery right here. I love Christmas for the lights.
Ooh.
I love it for the lights. It feels so magical and bright, especially when this time of year it gets dark so early and stays dark for a long time. So I really love the lights here. I love the cheer. I love just like people being in the holiday cheer. And you get, I don't know about you guys, but I get a lot more like, hello, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, smile, greetings kind of stuff this time of year throughout the whole, considering the rest of the year. And so what this says here, it seems like everywhere you turn now, something else is being labeled as racist. Yep. When you say everything is racist, nothing is, right? And, toys, games, movies, and more are all being called racist for the reason or another by oversensitive leftists. And, sometimes it could be even other people too, but that seems like it's the majority, I guess you can say. Now, even Christmas being labeled as racist for this one outrageous reason. So let's go ahead and see what that is. The woke Grinches are coming out in forces this holiday season. It seems a couple in Minnesota strikes again received.
Dang, what's Minnesota's fucking deal? Jesus.
I don't know. And so this couple received an anonymous letter stating that their Christmas lights display is harmful, quote unquote harmful. The letter goes on to tell the homeowners that their twinkling color lights are a reminder of divisions that continue to run through our society. Really? What the hell is that? The letter writer boldly stated that the lights remind them of systematic basis against those who don't celebrate Christmas or who are not able to afford their own Christmas lights display.
Oh my God.
Freaking serious?
Wow. You know what? Okay, hold on. Allow me to dismantle that shit.
I was waiting for that.
As a little girl, I don't know if I told you guys this before, but we were fucking poor.
You mentioned that once or twice.
Once or twice, I might have mentioned I grew up in a trailer with holes in the floor and frequently didn't have electricity in the winter. It was bad, and I mean bad. And Christmas didn't come from my parents, generally speaking. It came from the goodwill of others around us. And my favorite fucking thing to do during the freaking Christmas time, not because we had lights on our house, we didn't have lights in our house, we didn't have electricity, we didn't have lights in the fucking house, was to go, when we would go to church, I would get to see the lights on the houses on the way to and from church in the winter. And it was my favorite thing in the world because it looked like gingerbread houses. It looked like something from a storybook. It was so nice. And I didn't envy those people. I was grateful that it was there, that it was put up, that I could see it. It filled me with joy to see the lights on other houses. It was gorgeous. Like, why would you sit there and feel like somebody had wronged you for putting up? No, you get to look at it. Turns out you still get to look at those lights. And guess what? You have to crawl on the roof to put them up. You fucking jackass.
Whatever happened to just having respect and being thankful and about like someone's circumstances despite yours and enjoying something that is being displayed around you and stuff. I mean, literally, if you're going to get offended by every little single thing, you might as well stay your ass at home, cover all your windows, and not see the world anymore. Because if you're going to get pissed off over lights for Christmas, dude, stay inside. I don't know. I mean, it pisses me off.
I will say I have gotten pissed off over Christmas lights. You want to know why?
Why?
You want to know
I
why?
love
Ask me why.
Why,
Okay,
Lorena?
Because there's always that freaking yard that is lit up so well you can see it from space, and you're
yeah, like
mad because you didn't get those lights before they did, and they cleaned out everything. So now everybody drives by and says, "Ooh, look at that house," but they're not looking at your house because you don't have those awesome freaking
That's
looking
just envy.
Christmas lights. Yes, it is.
they're so funny.
You know what
They
this reminded
you
me?
can land a plane in their yard without a problem.
Landing strip.
Yep.
The
Come
freaking
on in.
747 lands right on their rooftop. You're just waiting for it.
Tripping the nuclear backup at the power plant. Your light display is just sucking. I just cannot believe, well, I guess I can these days, that you can just be envious of something, something like that, just with Christmas lights. There's nothing that says that you are owed a display for Christmas lights. It's
Nope.
just seems like old-fashioned just class envy. You don't like it. You think everyone should have the same when it comes to that. And that's not how that
Equity.
works.
Right.
Exactly. It's not how that works at all.
Equity is not a thing, people. Calm your tits.
Yeah.
Calm your fucking tits.
And I like what Trace Excel says right here. Minnesota has gone to hell in a handbasket without Prince. Man,
You got that right.
I don't know, man. I'm convinced this is the same fucker.
Oh my God. So let's go on here. Not surprising, the homeowners were saddened by the letter, especially given that one of them is a nurse who works with COVID. Oh, we're gonna throw the COVID, patients. Well, they work with patients and stuff and has seen it. Yeah, I know that, seeing people go through hardship and stuff is hard. And says that the lights give her a sense of joy. And we all need that. Like I said in the beginning, when we started this article, it's just the beauty of the lights. Walking downtown, and with maybe your cappuccino or your hot chocolate, doing an evening shopping, feeling the lights, the crisp cold against your cheeks. I mean, there's nostalgia behind all that shit, and you feel magical. And according to the homeowner, there are 3 other homes in the area that received the same letter accusing them of being racist for displaying
haters. Just some haters.
The letter has since gone viral and received a lot of backlash. And then even former Baltimore Ravens quarterback Derek Anderson got in on the conversation, saying, "Saw this coming a long time ago. If I can't have it, nobody can. Or if they have it, we all deserve it. That's not life." Right.
Mm-mm.
And then the author of the letter, who still remains anonymous, clearly only believes in inclusiveness if it doesn't include Christmas, who celebrate Christmas. And then I see Black Lives Matter in this thing here. In the world of violent Black Lives Matter and Antifa terrorist riots, defund the police movement, and woke renaming of cancel culture, it should come as no surprise that things as simple as Christmas lights are now being deemed racist or offensive.
It's that same fucker. You watch it be that same fucker. I'm just saying. Who the fuck doesn't like Christmas?
I know. Dang.
Well, look at our display here. Even though we don't have like Christmas lights, we have the sparkles. It's all Christmas cheer or whatever. You don't have to be of the Christian or the Catholic faith to really enjoy Christmas.
No.
Yeah, my family's not. We are like the heathens of the pack. We didn't even baptize our kids. We're giving them their choice to decide if they want to go down that religion or still practice our native spirituality, right? But we still celebrate Christmas. We still celebrate the cheer of giving to others and gathering as a family, having a feast, all of that.
Absolutely. Like people need to stop acting. Look, I know that Jesus is the reason for the season is a thing that Christians say to one another. And while it is something that we observe in my family in particular, people need to stop acting like Christmas is a Christian holiday. So like, I get that that's the thing, but it's also got a lot of roots in paganism. It's got there's a ton of stuff about Christmas that is valuable outside of just some Protestant Catholic perspective, right? There are lots of reasons to celebrate Christmas that don't necessarily have to do with Jesus in a manger. And while again, I don't deny that that's my family's reason for doing it, there are lots of reasons to do it. There are lots of good things that you can take from Christmas, the kindness that you extend to others. It's that time of year that reminds people about the humanity around them, right? I'm convinced it's that same fucker. There's no way you can get that pissed off at Christmas lights unless you're the same kind of jackass that'll run over an old lady's groceries. I'm just saying, there's no way there's that many dick waffles running around out there.
Dick waffles.
I don't believe it.
Hello, Lady Toriel. And then Trey says, we used to walk around the neighborhood with a thermos of hot cocoa and look at all the lights. It was a yearly Our lights were okay, but not like theirs, and that was perfectly okay. Yeah, it's okay. I mean, right now, usually we have decorations. We still have our friggin' Halloween, like skeleton cemetery with a Christmas hat on outside right now. We didn't decorate outside. What we did was we put a Christmas hat on the skeleton's head. That's all we did. But our inside is decorated, right? And
that's that same fucker. It's that same fucker. I'm just telling you.
I'm celebrating Nightmare Before Christmas, right? But anyways, we do that. We'll go drive. We know like certain roads that has like houses that are all decked out, right? And we'll go drive and we will adore those lights. And then like there's Christmas Tree Lane in a city north of me. You know, people visit that. There's Candy Cane Lane as well. People go visit that. And it's all about spreading cheer, joy, especially in nights that are longer because it's wintertime right now. And it's just about like the humanity, like Mary said, it's the humanity and the giving and I guess you could say the camaraderie of, you know, people going out and, you know, saying hello, Merry Christmas to each other and smiling at each other and stuff like that. So yeah. But, you know, so I don't know. And I'm convinced too that this person here is probably the same person. It feels like this person just needs
it feels like the same fucker, don't it? It feels like the same fucker. Who runs over a little old lady's groceries? The same fucker that gets mad at Christmas lights. That's who. Fuck that hoe.
Yeah. And so let's get in some comic fun before we end this stream here. You guys, if you want a nice laugh, we're gonna give you a nice laugh after these other articles here. Let's see here. Let me get it pulled up here, and here we go. Let me see if I can't zoom it out, so we're gonna have to scroll here.
Okay, no worries.
Yes, there we go. So here we go. So this is Christmas, and Mary, I know you do like good voiceovers and stuff. So if you want to read this, you're more than welcome.
All right, hold on. I
got you in mid-bite.
No, I got you. I've been waiting all day to be a social justice penguin. I'm seriously wondering, should I go full like Russian here? Or should I
go for it?
Whatever you feel intuitive with, do it.
We're gonna try Russian and see how far we get. If not, we'll go like social justice Sally if we have to. All right. Hello, comrades. Over this holiday period, remember that there's no point trying to fix your racist uncle who doesn't believe in vaccines or climate change. Sit at the kids' table and radicalize them instead. It's way more effective and lots more fun. I don't know what the fucking fuck this shit is. Hold on, I can do this. Hold on. I got this. Oh my God, look, it's Annie Brandon. Merry Christmas, little sister. Merry Christmas, Daphne. I'm sorry I'm late. Climate change. It's Bill Gates melting the glaciers with his 5G satellites. Let's find a seat. Don't worry, I'll sit with kids. Yes, Andy Brenda. Oh God, I'm gonna burp. Oh, I did it. I held it in. I did the lady burp. Woo! Hey, Brassica. Hello, Vermicta. Trumpina, look how big you've grown. Hi, Auntie Brenda. God, is that an egg? What is that on the end?
I don't know.
That?
I don't know. Oh, it's probably just a little tiny youngling that's all still has fur on.
Gray.
Yes,
it's platypus.
I don't know what it is.
I guess it's
That's
adopted.
the Kinnick. What the fuck is Kinnick? Please, Evermecta. Now, does everyone know what civil disobedience means? It's when you disagree with the government, so you refuse to obey certain laws. It is fighting for justice against the state in a non-violent manner. Not violent, so you don't punch Nazis. Well, Brassica, you're not eating your pilchards. What the fuck's a pilchard?
I don't know. Probably a fish. I don't know.
That's because the overfishing by agri-conglomerates is destroying the oceans. I did a school project on it. Brassica's a vegan now. I've become a radical pescatarian. That's very good, Brassica. You're exactly right. Of course, we can't just give up eating pilchards, though. Can we? Ha 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 ha. Is she actually laughing? Or is that a person's name? You eat pilchards and you don't punch Nazis? Are you a filthy centrist, Aunt Brenda? What? No. I just think what more militant methods of action will bring the violence of the state in upon us all. Because everybody knows that Russians are worried about the violence of the state. Is that worse than starving? Living flipper to beak on the remains of the lifeless earth, Auntie Brenda? Oh, God. Look, Auntie Brenda, I made a guillotine out of Duplo. I need another Prosecco. I'm finished. When can we go play Kidnap the Fossil Fuel CEO? Sure, whatever. Get in the trunk of the Prius, you bloated homicidal fascist. Help, help, Antifa. What the fuck is that word?
Sphinxiforms?
Sphinxiforms. Call the police. Protect my money.
Oh my God. And I got a super chat I'll get here. So health, I keep on saying health, Heath Nation. Thank you. Hey, quiet down, ladies. I'm waddling here.
Who the fuck wrote this?
I don't know. Let's see here. It is from an idea by Jules Furious at Jules Furious. Cartoon by first doc on the moon. So I don't know if they have their name.
This is crazy. The thing is that this looks legit, right? Like these, so your normal everyday Americans or whatever, they're doing their thing. They're having their Thanksgiving dinner. They have their family over, and you have your person who's like trying to sit down and radicalize these kids at the kids' table. Their job's already been done for them by the school system. This is nuts. It's crazy how legit this looks, though. Like as much as it's insane that you don't. They do. People talk this way at family fucking gatherings these days. This is the shit that goes down.
Right.
It's really insane. I mean, maybe not the kids so much. Although I tend to, because I have seen kids say some crazy shit lately. This is where we're headed. And this sounds funny to us, but this is a thing. This is a thing. And this is a thing.
Oh yeah.
Dagarot. And we're getting ready to close out here pretty soon because we all have other.
Before we close, I just want to say one thing.
Okay.
Don't sit at the kids' table because that's where you can radicalize children into your belief system. Sit at the kids' table because that's where it's socially acceptable to fling mashed potatoes at one another. That's why you sit at the kids' table. It's why I do it every year, and you should too.
Growing up, we never had kids' tables in my family. We just sat
really.
However, for the elders in the family, we did have, they got their first choice of where they wanted to sit and stuff like that. But we really didn't have. The only time I've really had to really sit at a kid's table was when I had Christmas time with my stepmom in Minnesota. And and were put at the kids table, which was a crazy experience for me. It was fun though, because we didn't have to worry about being mindful about the adults. So yeah.
Man, I always sit at the kids' table because fuck adults. They're annoying and they're old and they're boring and they smell weird. Fuck them.
I never got to sit at the kids' table because I was always helping in the friggin' kitchen. So I would had to bust the adults' table pretty much. It's like you give, the older people in the family make their plates, especially the older men in the family, the ones who, can't get up or whatever. We usually help make their plates first, their food first. And that was pretty much my job.
Yeah, that sounds like kind of traditional with our family too. Is like the elders got fed first, so some of us were also chosen before we sat down and ate, was to feed all the elders first. It was elders, then children, then adults.
We did it. Well, okay, so up until I was married and then I had the kids or whatever, then it became different because it was military and we moved around and it was all over the place.
Right.
But up until that point, up until I got married and had kids, I was always like, put me at the kids' table. I don't want to deal with all of the shit that goes on at the kids are great. I fucking love kids. No, like kids, that's where if you want to act like a complete jackhole idiot the entire time, you can. And kids say funny shit. Yeah. Seriously, go sit down with the kids. They say the funniest stuff while they're sitting there talking to each other, and you will get to observe hilarity at its core if you go sit at the kids' table. I used to love to sit at the kids. I'd be like, don't y'all even worry about it. I got these kids on lock. I'm gonna get all their plates. We're gonna go sit. I'm gonna be over here with them. Y'all can go be adults over there. We're gonna act like jackholes over here. Okay, who's throwing the first wad of mashed potatoes? Because I'm in. We're doing a fight. We're doing a foot fight. I'm in. Let's go. Love the kids' table.
Yeah, and I have a 99-cent 100% super chat by Mayor Cheese. Hello and thank you. All right, so this concludes this holiday Mischeer. I am glad you guys all came in and chatted with us, and listened to us rant and laugh and have a good time and make sense of this BS that's going on today. Especially Minnesota feels like it's been on the hot plate and on the channel today. So, all right. So I'll go start with Lorena this time. Where can we find you and what you have coming up for the rest of this week and going into next?
Well, folks, you can find me causing all kinds of mischief on Twitter. Most lately putting LeVar Burton on blast for calling the TNG writers racist. But you can check my check my timeline, girl. Freaking haters gonna hate. But anyway, you can also find me on Instagram, and of course you can find me on YouTube, where I am 45 subscribers away from 3K, trying to get there by Christmas. That would be the most awesomest Christmas present to have from you guys. Tonight at 8:30, you will find me over on Fatal J's channel with the rest of the Dark Council, where we're going to be blowing it up with all kinds of timely and interesting topics. So please come over there and check that out. For the folks who don't know, the Dark Council consists of Fatal J, Lord Callus, Damaj and I, the Gospel According to Mark with a C, the El Presidente Abu Nas, and Drunk 3PO. So please check that out when you get a chance, but check out Wednesday Night Mayhem first.
Right.
Then open another browser for the Dark Council. You can have more than one going.
It's true. Exactly. It's true. Yeah. It's totally possible to support both of these wonderful streams. And we don't wish each other anything but all the love and support.
Right.
So Dark Council is a great stream.
Yes.
Great stream.
So Miss Mayhem, the Merry Mayhem, go ahead and tell us where we can find you, what's going on up into next week.
Well, as Lorena was very, very sweet to help me plug there just a second ago, I'm going to be doing Wednesday Night Mayhem here in just a little bit. I'll throw a link up for that in the chat for you guys. That's going to be starting here in about a half an hour. And hopefully that'll mean that we'll only overlap with Dark Council by like a half an hour total. So that's what I'm shooting for. And if Dark Council does what we're used to them doing, which is run late, maybe they will, maybe they won't.
They're not.
And if they run late, they might not over. They're not tonight. Lorena's on
yes, she's like, I got them on check right now.
You guys can join me over for Wednesday Night Mayhem. We're going to be talking about the new Belle for Beauty and the Beast. This big, beautiful black lady. We're going to talk about that.
The tornadoes that were apparently the fault of climate change, as spoken by the people over there talking about. They deleted the tweets, but we're going to go over it for the Muppets. Yeah, it's bad. So, and then of course we'll be going back over this J.K. Rowling stuff. So, and then we might talk a little Spider-Man as well. So come join me for that. And then of course over on Twitch, where I occasionally do some stupid shit over there. So yeah.
Awesome. All right, you guys. And tonight I was going to have my member channel meetup, channel member meetup tonight, but because it's so busy with other streams and stuff, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to make Sundays once a month the meetup with channel members, and it'll be in the evening time. So stay tuned for the time. I will have more time for you guys, and then we'll be able to interact and stuff. And so you guys don't feel like you have to be here, there, and everywhere. So, and then Thursday mornings, coffee chat, 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. And then this Friday at 1 p.m., I am interviewing Tom, the guinea pig, on Talking EU as well. So that's what's going on right now. Of course, with other little lore videos and stuff that I do all the time, I wouldn't say protecting, but keep bringing George Lucas era of Star Wars in front of you so that you can keep the nostalgia, love of it alive. And so, just come to my channel for all of that. And thank you, ladies. And of course, once a month, and I will let you guys know each month when I'm going to be hosting BABEDOM MENACE here. And again, thank you guys for coming in. Thank you to my co-hosts here. You guys are just like godsends. I love you guys so much. So, and thank you. Yes. And you go and check out the other channels tonight. Have a good time. Swing by, and you guys have a good night.
Bye.